Yo, Onk, what's up, Onk? I actually took a trade today, but hold on, it's not on a funded account, it's not on a live account either. I just did it on a, demo account on MT5 because, oh my days, I'm opening the barbecue sauce because I received the barbecue pizza because, yeah, I'm working at Domino's right now, besides, meanwhile doing my apprenticeship, working my 9 to 5. The hustle is real, but this is the reason why I become a little, like, literally millionaire. Not because it's the plan, but just, when I go the path, it just happens, so I'm a victim of my success anyways. Now, enough glaze craze. Um, Long story short, I was taking a planned, um, coordinated trades today, EU, Euro USD. Now, before I swap to that, oh boy, I think I found the sauce. And now, before you're going to, you know, going out of your mind because holy shit, he found the secret sauce, I'm going to get rich. First of all, in fact, it's not really a secret sauce. It's just basically something I discovered, which I think will work, or in fact, works very well for myself. So it's like literally nothing else, like finding the sport, a sports which you're very good at, like let's say boxing or golfing, and you just find out, oh, it just works out very good for you, but you still have to put in the work to become fucking great. And before I go to the Euro USD trade, I really want to show that. So what am I talking about? Scalping gold. Now, the thing with gold is, yeah, of course, I can use my ICT SMC strategies on this as well, but it's not working the same way as on the other, on the forex exchange pairs, on this other financial instruments, if you get me. It feels more like support, supply and demand, or whatever this bullshit is called. Like either goes like this, like boom, dig up or dig down, or it's consolidating. It feels like this is like the only three conditions you find gold at. Like, and I think I could be very good at scalping. Well, the thing is, in fact, I am, like, I would say, good enough at scalping, but the thing is, I probably can do it the same way with the prop firm account because of the objectives. But in case if I have to do it, or if I'm going to do it, then I have to get better at it. So I can have a very tight stop loss and I don't get stopped out, because the thing is, the lot size is bigger, means also the leverage is at some point bigger, and which also means when it goes a bit down, I'm losing more. So I have to be more tight with the stop loss, otherwise I just blow the account, and this is not the goal. So when I'm scalping with the prop firm account, which I probably will because I'm just a fucking autist and I become and I buy the McLaren because I just literally, I think I have autism. I'm going to scalp gold with it. And I was scalping it with a 100k account because this is also something what I'm going to plan to, buy a 100k challenge. And I started actually yesterday, and I was, looking at the daily bias, looking what's going on the 15-minute and 5-minute chart, looking for setup, what could I read from the charts and stuff like that. And this is the result. And I was like, it was mind blowing. I mean, I literally, it was very simple at some points. But the thing is, why I couldn't do it yet already is because, yeah, when I have like a bigger lot size, and if it's like only few points too much down, then I just blow the account because the objectives. So I have to either de-risk or have like a very tight stop loss, which also means I have to place a perfect. I need a perfect execution, which is very doable. But yeah, then I have to focus on luck, and I can't do it like whenever I want it. But when I have a live account, mate, money is free. It's for the taking. But yeah, you can see I literally made 140k profit in 2 days. Like less than 2 days. And it was fucking easy. Like, not because I was placing a trade and then hoping it goes up. I did this, and I guess what? I just got liquidated with the demo account. So I created a new one, and this time I was just, like using the strategies and yeah, maybe I couldn't use as many building blocks and retracement tools how I usually do it on the foreign exchange instruments, but whatever. It seems more like it's a supply and demand kind of thing, and I don't know how this works, but I will watch some videos, and I want use too many strategies. I prefer to do it as simple as possible. Fuck information overload. Fuck strategy overload. I keep it simple. Just whatever works for me. And this works for me. And now it's only to get good enough so I can do it with the prop firm, which also means I can have like a very tight stop loss. Now, anyways, enough of the glaze craze. I think now you should now understand why I'm so fucking confident to pick up the McLaren this summer. If not, then I can help you. I can't help you. But what I can't I can't help it. I'm getting it. You know, buying the GT3 RS this year is a challenge, but but getting the McLaren is a fucking it's a fact. I can't stress it out. I can help it. It's a fucking fact. But anyways, now enough of that. Now let's get to the Euro USD trade, which was coordinated. Now, what happened? What up? Now, wait, hold on. Like, I think market overall's open round about there, if I'm not wrong. So when I was looking at the chart, it wasn't a downtrend. Now we kind of see got like went like it just left the day with the fat ass wick, but still when I was looking at it, it was like on a downtrend. So the daily buys was bearish. It was same on the weekly and the monthly, so I had like also confluence on higher, sorry, weekly and the daily, so I had like a small confluence of the higher time frames. Of course, monthly was still up, but I mean the wick is kind of fat if you ask me. But anyways, long story short, weekly bearish, daily bearish as well. And when we look at that. So yeah, what's it going down? And it did not break structure to the upside, when we look like the previous days. And still, when we only focus on the day on this one candle alone, then what is it saying? Bearish. So I scaled down to the 1 hour to the 4 hours. Could I see something? Well, yeah, in fact, a break of structure to the upside. And then I was trying this fat ass order block, and in the 4 hour, I was filling out orders in this order block or breakable block, stop geeking. And then I kept scaling down to the 1 hour to have like a more cleaner overview. So, yeah, same thing. And then so what was I looking for shorts? Because I wasn't thinking that it will like go like too much up. Now, yes, it might have broke structure to the upside, but still, it's like very at the early stage of filling out the orders in the order break slash breaker block. So, um, what was I trying to do? Now, of course, waiting to fill out the orders in this order block. I was also in placing equilibrium, a Fibonacci for a discount, so it's like easier for me to spot the where I'm going to enter. Now, London session opened and pretty soon it was like hitting equilibrium. I had like an alert right there, and then the fucking alert got hit. Then I just opened the chart and I was looking at the 5 minute time frame. So I was like hitting obviously here equilibrium, and it was like kind of going up as hell. And then it started to be choppy a bit, to start to be a bit iffy. Now, what when from my market experience, and also especially after London session open and the London session fake out, and also because of the daily bias, and also because of course of this order block and this paragraph structure, like there's different building blocks and type of shit and confirmations. I was placing short. Now, to be honest, it was kind of risky, but when I was looking at this, now, if you ask me, for me, this looked like pretty much like an area of accumulation. So after that, because I saw like this three candles, up candles, and I was like pretty choppy, like consolidating. was looking for me like pretty strong, like an area of consolidation. Now, yes, there were moments where I just kept going high after this area of accumulation. But with the other confirmations I have, oh lol, with the other confirmations I have, or I had during this day, I just thought, you know what, it's pretty probable for me. Like for me, it's pretty probable, that it's going to go, it will go down. So this is what I did, down, and it also, of course, broke structure to the downside. We technically have here an order block, and yeah, well, this time what I did a bit different is not only that I was taking in brackets a more risky trade. Now it wasn't really or like a more risky entry. Sorry, not a risky trade, a more risky entry. But yeah, this time what was doing in my favor was the market experience. This is the reason why NTG and actually turned out profitable with the demo account. So, but sorry, back to the things, back to the topic. Now, I was doing something different. Now this time like forget this. Um, I did something else different. I What was different was to take profits. I usually have like pretty yeah, small but multiple take profits, but this time I had only two and also like bigger ones. So first take profit right here, and the second take profit right there. Now to be honest, I could have placed this round down there, but to be honest, the gap is just way too big. Like if it here would be like for me most comfortable, but the thing is the previous low was there, so I placed at the first take profit, and as you can see, it took out the first take profit, and boom, I could move the stop loss back here, and yeah, now it was not taking the second take profit, and I was also not waiting till it's going to hit the entry point stop loss. I was looking at the chart and I saw, okay, now it was not hitting the second take profit. It was like pretty close, but I did not. Now it's going up again, so I saw, okay, now it's probably kind of consolidating a tiny bit, or it's probably going to sweep liquidity, which it actually did. So I was already, you know, closing the position here. So I was profitable with 5% of the whole account size, which is pretty dope for the nerds who are only rooting for 1%, 2%. Now don't get me wrong, I get the point why they do this, because when you have like, if you account size is like 1 million, it's fucking bonkers to go like for 5 to 10%, like 2 to 10% in a day, or even in a month for the whole account size. I get this point completely, but the thing is, I don't say I'm different, but I'm fucking autistic, and shit works out for me. So for me, I have no problem. I have my strategy, and if it works out for me, perfect. So I don't really give a shit what other people have to say. I've I take the learnings, yes, and I use the shit which works out for me. So it's not rocket science, really. It's not. My pizza's getting cold. So yeah, with an account size of 9.4K, I made, I think, around about $410 profits, which is pretty sick. And yeah, I mean, we are recovering and even getting better, which is crazy because, bro, when I passed the 100K challenge and I started to do some nasty things with gold, like first of all, taking a double trade with a foreign exchange pair, and then going to gold, so I have like I can have like a bigger stop loss, and then this will be completely bonkers, because when I'm able to get like to pay out like 100K, bro, I will be fucking unbeatable. Bro, I will be fucking unstoppable. Look at that. Now you can call it luck, but I don't know, mate. There are like different traits, and yeah, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to geek. I don't want to show off because I don't want to get punished by God, but because I was like a cocky idiot. or and a jerk, but really, like I just know it. So I just don't want to flex too much. I still need to be humble because when I make so much money, you need to stay humble. So I don't want to get like cocky or something, type of shit. So I try to stay humble because the amount of money is going to be fucking bonkers, especially to other people. Well, I think I'm pretty sure we'll get used to it pretty fast, but it's still crazy. So I need to be humble. So yeah, long story short, this was a trade recap. Huge boner alert. Life will be good very soon. Like it is already because I'm happy to be alive, but life will be fucking insane because I'm going to live the life I'm already living vividly in my head. So yeah, this was it so far. If you have any questions, don't ask me. Fuck y'all. No, I'm joking. Ask whatever you want to, and yeah, cheers. God bless you.